Well, I tell you, it takes a lot to be the president of Cigar City.
Oh, yeah.
It takes a lot. Broad shoulders, an open mind, and, man, you got to make sure you have fun.
You got to have krewes, too.
They always help.
Well, yeah, I noticed a picture in the ladies' room with the squirrel, with the big ones. Did you pose for that? I mean, Irma brought it back from Key West. Well, do you have the pleasure of posing down there?
Well, I firmly believe that what happens at a parade, especially in Key West, stays in Key West. You know, that whole little latitude marker, mile marker 0, anything above that stays down there.
Goes to Cuba.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Well, Jeremy, I've known Jeremy. I had the pleasure of knowing Jeremy for about 8, 9 years now. I'm his lovely wife.
Got your heart and luck.
That's a pleasure.
Well, I'm telling you, this is Beat Up Frankie night. You know, you ready, people out there?
This is going to be
Before we
cruel.
go anywhere, I'm sorry I neglected to say that we all lost a dear friend yesterday. And as everybody knows, John Winter is no longer with us. John was a friend that every time you saw the gentleman, he had a big smile. We're going to miss that smile, John, and I know your family's going to miss it tremendously. We miss you already, and we hope you're in peace with your mind and with yourself. Take care, buddy.
God bless.
Good night.
God bless.
Back to you, Jeremy, on the heavy side. He's not my brother.
Like I say, you know, you give me the broad shoulders.
Jeremy, how did this crew come about?
Well, essentially, this crew was formed by 4 wonderful people, of course. Man sitting to my left, Frank Chavone, Irma, and Sam Lupo, and John Houseman got together with the idea of wanting to form a crew that essentially represents Tampa, represents Ybor City. And they wanted a crew that would, number 1, be active, number 2, be fun, and number 3, be able to give back to the community. And that's what being a crew is really all about.
Yeah. Well, you know, we appreciate you tremendously because not only is Jeremy the president, Jeremy is also in charge. Well, his wife doesn't do anything, by the way.
That's right.
The website,
I heard about that.
I heard
the newsletter.
I heard about
this
that.
is the word going around among 180 of us.
She does nothing.
Nothing.
Well,
Nothing at all.
Forget about it.
Being president, one of the things is you're supposed to delegate. And if you delegate and they don't pick up the slack, then you have to pick it up yourself.
Nothing.
You know,
I want to give Stevie a question. Stevie is Jeremy's younger brother?
younger brother.
Younger brother.
Don't look like it.
Don't look like it.
Well, better look into
He's the good-looking one, too, don't forget.
That's why he wears the hat. Stephen, you had the pleasure of working with a gentleman who set a world's record in Ybor City a few months back. What was it like working with Wally?
Unbelievable, unbelievable. A kind-hearted, young at heart gentleman. He's one of a kind. Wallace Reyes of Gonzales Habano Cigars. Really a tremendous person. And for him to actually attempt the world's longest cigar here in Tampa is beyond belief, beyond.
Well, my whole fantasy was to see who was going to puff on a 108-foot cigar. I mean, you had a heck of a set of lungs.
And with the Guinness Book of World Records, that cigar had to have been smoked.
Right, that's
and
what I'm
they had to
wondering.
cut it into a segment, and they actually had Arthur Fuente Jr. smoke on the cigar to make sure it was legit
Right.
to get the world record.
Well,
How big a piece was it that he cut up?
It was probably, I want to say, probably about a good 2 to 3 feet for him to actual smoke.
Is that right?
Yeah, yeah. And the girth is 60 ring gauge, so it's a big cigar.
60 ring gauge.
Yep.
What's a 60 ring gauge?
60 ring gauge is the size of the cigar, the circle, the circumference of the cigar.
It's a
60
big
ring gauge.
cigar.
Let's just say it's a big cigar for a world longest record.
Chops right now.
Well, believe it or not, the cigar itself was 101 feet,
How much did it weigh?
close to 53 pounds.
Is that a fact?
That's a lot of tobacco.
Yeah.
Well, when we first
Yeah,
saw
there was
it
a lot
in
of tobacco.
sections in Wally's office,
Say something
Wally,
for that.
remember Sammy?
Please.
Wally
your
pulled
mouth
out this
You can
bazooka
say it.
case, and he was pulling out this long box, and I says, "Are we having a
Yeah.
cigar, or are we having a terrorist attack?"
I had a,
I mean, he
Yeah.
had this box that was unbelievable. But he
careful.
explained
He
to us,
constructed that box as
right,
well.
it can't be no longer than 8-foot sections.
Right, right. For him to actually put the cigar together, he had to construct it Guinness allowed him, because no cigar is supposed to be constructed out in the open.
Right.
Guinness allowed him to work in his factory and construct it into 13 8-foot sections, and actually put it together at that Cigar Heritage Festival.
How
on
long did it
November
take him to do
18th.
that?
The whole attempt, actually, just putting the cigar together, putting the 8-feet sections together, took him about 13 hours to do. We got there real early, and we finished about 6 o'clock. We
I know it was
completed
dark
the task.
already when y'all
Right,
were working on it.
right.
How did it feel to participate in that, Stephen?
Unbelievable.
Good feeling?
Unbelievable to see your pictures and all these websites, to see it in videos, across the world. It's neat. And it's actually, I know for him, it's especially exciting because he brought a world record attempt here to Tampa and here to the United States from Cuba.
Would you like to do it again?
Honestly,
Yeah.
no.
No?
No,
Why not?
honestly, I'm not Wally, but for him, he's already done it. He wanted to do it for his company, for his 85th anniversary for his company, and he already did that.
But
and
don't
now
you-
he just wants to go back and make cigars. And
But don't you think they would want to keep that record and not lose it?
if the United States want to keep that record, they need to make sure they have someone on the side to construct the 102-foot cigar, because right
Wow.
now it's 101.
Right.
We'll make it.
Yeah.
It'll be hot.
Be unsmokable.
I don't know if it'll be feasible, but
Well, Jeremy, you've been involved in other crews. Are you enjoying your tenure of not just the president, but all that goes around it? Because everybody thinks, all we do is go out, throw beads for certain things, and drink.
Be honest.
That's a hard question, to be honest.
Am I enjoying it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Don't lie to me now.
To be honest with you, I'm having the best time of my life doing this.
Well,
And the whole,
Put my feet up.
the whole, it's getting
Me
deep
too.
in
might as
here.
well get comfortable.
The whole
Everybody.
thing about it is when you tell somebody you're in a crew, they automatically think three things: Gasparilla, beads, and beer. And yes, that's a part of it, but
I know you think
the
of
whole
something
the
else.
whole picture is that there's more to just a crew than just that.
What is it? Talk to me about it.
I'll tell you about it, Sammy.
right.
I'm glad you asked. This is what I'm looking for.
Funny you should ask.
The whole thing about a crew is a crew would be nothing without its members. If you don't have a good membership, a good group of people that want to work together, want to have a good time, and want to have fun, you have nothing. You have absolutely nothing. You got a float, yeah, but you have nothing else. So for me to be up here with you guys and be leading this crew into the future, yes, I'm having one hell of a good time.
It's an honor for you. Tell them.
I wouldn't go that far working with you, but it's definitely a good time to do
It's an
this.
education, isn't it, Jeremy?
Oh, yeah.
You learn something new every day. At this
Going to
point,
college.
by the time that my tenure's done with this, I guarantee you I'm going to know pretty much everything there is to know, because you learn something new every day, and I'm learning.
Well, you're going to remind me of a student I had for a friend and for a student. He was in college for 14 years. They finally gave him a diploma to get rid of him. You're not going nowhere, bud. You know what I'm saying? You're not going nowhere.
You can run a country after this.
Yeah.
With what I'm learning from this crew, yes.
A small budget country.
Very small budget.
Give and take, give and
Very
take.
small budget.
But and Stephen, is this your second crew that you belong
This
to?
is the
correct?
second crew I was
Yeah.
a part of. I was actually with Antiquas last year. Very not well known crew, but very nice to be a part of family
She's familiar with antiques.
really?
Yeah, how
No,
come
there's
I was like
two
that?
different things there, Frank. Appreciate that. Two different things. But it's great to be a part of the crew with family, and that's one
is.
thing with the crew.
That's right.
Everybody's family. Everybody. I mean, you're talking about just the whole 9 yards. Everybody's family with this crew.
Stephen
that's-
is involved in a radio segment of our crew. Stephen, how did you get involved in that?
Really, it was a off the wall type of subject. It was.
It runs in the family, huh?
Listen,
can
let me tell
say
you
that.
something. Everybody in my family, and you know my mom and dad.
God bless 'em.
Everybody is off the wall.
Yeah.
We would not be here if we weren't a little off the wall. It's okay to be off the wall.
Oh, by the way, is the moonshine lady doing okay?
It's funny you should mention that.
His mom, remember?
It's
Oh,
funny
yeah.
you should mention that because even
She's
today,
still recovering.
She is. She's doing well. She's looking
floated
forward to
dinner.
it.
She floated to dinner.
She felt no pain that evening.
No, I could
But I
tell you.
will say this much for her: she is having one heck of a good time with
Great
this crew.
moonshine.
And just to watch her have that much fun, you know, even to watch all my crew members have fun. That's what it's all about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But talking about Steve in the radio program is that being a new crew, being around for only about 8 months, leaps and bounds as to what we've been doing.
We wanted to make an impact, and I was thinking, why not make an impact with getting out in the community and learn something about our community by then asking the businesses out there in Ybor City, out there in downtown Tampa, that made an impact for our heritage, for our Italian heritage, our Spanish heritage, and get to those people and find out the facts through them, how, you know, life transaction, you know, came about with them. So that's really the idea I wanted to get out, and it's gotten a good feedback off of that with a lot of people.
Did you get it out all right?
Yeah, it came out just
Amends,
smoothly.
amends.
Perfect. No, I'm fine.
Let me tell you, you know, you took back to your mom and dad. I had the pleasure of talking to them a few times, and they're great people. But your mom in Tallahassee, with those grapes, I mean, she was like the garden of Eden, just feeding those grapes. If you don't understand, the grapes were moonshine. And she didn't hesitate to have a good time. God bless her.
She did not hesitate to
She
tap
thought she
on
was
that fruit moonshine either.
She thought she was in Mardi Gras.
And the funny thing about it is, and actually the shameful thing about it a little bit is for those of you that don't know, Tallahassee is relatively a low-key parade.
Great parade.
It's a wonderful parade. It's compared to Tampa, it's Gasparilla with no barricades, and it's absolutely a wonderful time. But it's not really a heavy drinking type of parade.
Right.
I'm a little bit hesitant to be taking her down to Fancy Fest with me down in Key West. I'm just a little bit okay because for all I know she's going to end up airbrushed in one of the booths and I'm going to be running the other way.
Wow.
And wait till I take her to the 801 Club.
All right.
That would be a picture to see, right?
These are
I'm
the-
going to have her sitting with all the, you know.
But you know, the
We won't
funny
go there.
thing about it is this was really her first out-of-town parade, being in a parade out of town. And what really knocked her socks off is the fact that next morning she woke up and everybody knew her as the Straw Lady. And, you know, it's not what you guys are thinking. She was out at dinner and trying to be cute and funny and blow a straw across the table. She was having problems directing it. And she thought that was the funniest thing and just busted out laughing.
They're great people, and God bless it. They're here still with you and Stevie to enjoy everything as a real family.
You know, I've said it before, and I've always told my crew members this, that yes, underneath our sign where it says Spirit of Cigar City, it does say crew, but we're more or less like a family.
Right.
How
That's
great
just
is it to have all of you in it, though, you know, the whole family?
man.
Is that great or what?
It just goes to show me how clinically insane we all are. Watching my
hadn't
mom
thought
and
about
dad.
it
The
that
Addams
way.
family.
I'm glad you didn't say the Mansons. That's even better. That's
Yeah, I got cousin Ed off the side of me.
So poor Alexis, we got to kind of like cool it
Yeah.
with her. Yeah.
She did good, though.
Why, I tell you, you know,
Yeah.
it's like being baptized by fire. Poor thing's been thrust into this. And she's
walked that whole parade in Tallahassee.
She walked the whole parade?
Walked the whole parade.
Yes,
Yep.
she did. And, you know, if she had enough beads to give out to everybody, Lord knows
She
she
would
would have
do it.
stopped and given out to
Yeah.
everybody.
She's good.
She had one
She's
heck of a
very
time.
And
good.
that's what being in a crew is all about. It's interacting with the people out there. It's interacting with your crew members. It's about having a good time, plain and simple.
Jeremy, tell us about one of the events we have coming up for, was it breast cancer, I believe, Irma?
Right, the breast
They
cancer
do
walk in
take a
October.
part.
3-day walk.
Yeah.
In
One
October.
of the big things about being a crew is giving back to the community. And we give back through various charities, St. Joe's Children's Hospital, so on and so forth. One of the big things that we're participating in is the Breast Cancer Awareness Walk. It's a 3-day walk that one of our crew members graciously volunteered her time and service for. Thank you, Sandy.
Sandy Bowden.
But essentially, by participating in this, number one, yes, we get our name out there and people recognize us and they see Spirit of Cigar City and they associate us with various events. But it's also a chance for us to give back to the community. I mean, it's something that directly affects our crew. One of our crew members was stricken with breast cancer and has survived it. And that's why we're participating is, yes, to support that function, yes, to support that foundation, but to also lend our support to our own crew members.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's scary how things happen. It's like, for instance, for John Winters, and things like that every day that we think we have a problem, we have nothing.
You know, no matter how bad you think you have it, no matter how bad things might be happening, no matter how bad you feel like things are starting to spiral downhill, there's always somebody that's having a little bit more trouble.
A man said one time, the greatest invention ever created was when you wake up in the morning and your feet are on the floor.
That's it.
And we thank God for that, and for the friends we have around us to help us to get by each day. What do you see in the future for the crew? Oh boy.
You see a future.
I see. Let me tell you,
How far in the future do you see?
Exactly.
well, I'll put it this way to you.
Hatfield McCoy.
Like I said
That's my
before,
neighborhood.
the crew is nothing without its members. If you don't have a good membership, you have nothing. The future of this crew is the members. And with what we have, it's amazing. I see great things for this crew. Post-parade parties, I see events in the future as far as the flip-flop ball, and, you know, I see great things for this crew. We're progressive. I mean, 8 months, we have a radio station, a TV show, and one hell of a crew.
We got a call, seems like.
Whoa.
Oh, well, call-ins? Oh. My director just Howard, producer Howard, we're taking call-ins. What is the number, Paul?
It should be on the screen.
There we
There we
go.
go.
Oh.
There's
Well,
the
you know, you got old people up here with small eyes.
Wow.
254-7820.
Very
Please,
good.
please call in.
7820. And it's from Matilda.
That's Frankie's other name down in Key West. But like I said, what happens
Long
in Key
story.
West
You're not supposed to
stays
let
in
that
Key
out.
West. That's okay. You put a dress on one time, you're labeled for life.
Oh, boy. Now
But,
we're in trouble.
respect.
Frank and pantyhose. Wow.
Was that you?
It's a scary
You were
thought.
chasing around the table?
The thing is, though, the future of our crew is its membership. We have, you know, getting back to our members, Tallahassee, since everything is starting to focus around that. With Tallahassee, the float came up. It needed some repairs to be done. We had about 25 crew members there. All 25 crew members came out and asked, how can they help? How can we help your crew? How can we make this float better? And in about an hour, everything was all done. So the future of this crew, Sammy, is its membership.
Well, we almost lost our future
Yeah.
when the float came into the hotel, had no brakes.
You lost more than just the future. You
We
almost
saw
lost the
our
president.
president in front of the truck trying to hold the floating truck back.
You had to jump in front of the wheel. That way, you know.
Well, to be honest with you, it's not that I was trying to hold the truck
Roll
back.
yourself under
I was
the
more
wheel.
concerned
Trying to
about
be Arnold
myself
Schwarzenegger.
and
Take a call?
wondering,
There's a
Want me to take
blinker.
a call?
oh boy,
Yeah.
am I going to have time to jump out of this float? We have a caller here.
Hello, can I help you?
Romy speaking.
Hi, Mercy.
Oh,
Mercy.
All right.
Is that
Hello.
the young lady I just left? Mercy,
no,
me?
you have to pay your dues. I'm sorry.
See?
Mercy is one of our newer members.
Can we help you, Mercy?
Is she? Is she?
Relatively.
Yes.
Who is she?
She's one of she's one of my little aunts that helped out.
She met us at a bowling event.
That's
Yeah.
right. She met us over at the carnival.
Yeah.
At
But
the
Mercy was
Carnival
one of the little
bowling,
ants that
right?
climbed up on the float while we
Yeah.
were working in Tallahassee.
Put her on speaker.
Oh,
Put it on.
Wait a minute, we're gonna put.
We're trying to
we're gonna try to
find
put
out
you
where
on
speaker is.
sweetheart. Is she there? Oh, you
Okay,
just
are
hung
you-
up on her.
Jeremy, you hung up on your aunt.
Sorry, but you just hung up on Mercy, we'll call you, but call us back.
Call us back,
Hey,
please.
call us back, bro. You hung up on everybody, man. What kind of a joint is this?
Did you do
It's
that?
my show. So all we have to do is just put speaker. Okay.
Okay.
Poor Mercy.
But Mercy was one of
Mercy.
one of the super helpers that we had in Tallahassee.
Oh, that's good.
She had a wonderful time.
Mercy,
That's
call
the night.
back.
We all had a
Frankie
wonderful
did
time
it,
in
Mercy.
Tallahassee.
Call back.
I think Mercy's ringing.
All right.
Is she again?
So, well,
Okay, Paul, should be Paul, our producer.
Paul, come over here.
Paul,
and
will
get this
you
thing
kindly
going.
show us this
Don't
point
be
on the
shy.
bottom?
Hold.
Answer the phone. I don't know. I think that's red, so maybe somebody's on hold.
Mercy? Nah, man.
Mercy, where you at?
Well, now we know how it
You gotta
works
press
there.
that button.
Mercy?
We're trying to figure out the
That
phone
worked,
line.
Paul. It ain't working.
call.
I'm sorry, Mercy.
She'll call. She'll
Hi,
call.
It's like
Mercy.
shooting
Keep
crap.
them cards and letters coming in.
We thank you for your support.
Have faith in us, Mercy. Don't worry.
And like I
Mercy,
said,
you're about to come at me at this here, Mercy. We don't know how to answer a phone.
this is why I'm going clinically insane.
They can't walk and answer a phone at the same time. What can
But
I say? Go ahead, Paul.
I hate to
Go
say
ahead,
this,
Well,
Jeremy.
hang on a second. I think Mercy's calling back.
Mercy, you call.
Are you there?
Oh my gosh.
Hey!
Mercy,
She's
is that
there.
You know, if I knew y'all could answer the phone, I would have been there.
You sure?
Well, then you would have been smacking us around a little bit, helping us out again.
Stick with us. You go places.
The point that I was making is when I first ran into some of the crew members at the bowling event, I realized that I had worked with Jeremy's grandfather in
And
the
Steve.
early 70s at the Italian Club.
Wow.
He was the president of the Italian Club, and I was the secretary.
Yep.
And we worked together for 5 years, and I knew Jeremy as a very young man, actually a little boy, Stephen as well.
Biscuit.
So to come
Aw.
full circle,
I bet they
and
were
to be able
cute.
to spend this time with, he's absolutely right, this new family we found. I just think that his grandfather is smiling down on us. That he's doing this and that we're doing this as a crew. And I just couldn't be in a better place. And I thank you all for welcoming me. And I look forward to all the good things we're going to do in this community.
Well, thank you, Mercy.
Thank you,
you.
Mercy. We
I
love
told you she's
you.
a nice lady.
I told you we'd send you a check.
This
Yeah, we'll send you a check.
this crew is
It'll be
something
the mail
that's
tonight,
very near
baby.
and dear to my heart. This crew is something that's very near and dear to my heart, and my grandfather was past president of the Italian Club.
Was he a bookie?
I know.
Probably was.
No comment.
I can neither confirm nor deny that action. The whole thing being is that with this crew being the way we are, representing the history and heritage of Ybor City, one of the big things is the Italian Club down in Ybor City. And one of my reasons for joining this crew is to help keep his history alive, the Italian culture. Thank you for calling, Mercy.
Thank you, Mercy.
We're also cigar makers, so it's the right place for me to be.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's
Mercy,
right.
what are you bringing to the meeting Wednesday?
Black beans.
I love it.
Everybody
All
loves black
right,
beans.
love you, baby.
Oh, you bring some onions too, all right?
Love you guys.
Love you,
you,
too,
sweetheart.
Bye-bye.
Happy Easter.
If you're asking, wonder why we asked what she's bringing Wednesday, this Wednesday night at our meeting, we're having a Spanish night. All the members will be there and some of our guests will be there. It'll be a Spanish night, and we're looking forward to it. Jeremy, I mean, what do you think is going to happen in the next month, 2 months, 3 months? I mean, do you see a flux of more people wanting to join right away, or you think we have reached our peak right now, and then maybe next year, well, when I say next year, which is October.
Well, I tell you, I don't think in the least we have reached our peak. With as progressive of a crew that we are, and the fact that we have always stressed, and I stress this to the membership, is mi casa, su casa. You know, everybody's welcome. With that philosophy in mind, and with that type of membership that we have going on, I don't think we've hit our peak. Now, granted, the max capacity as far as membership goes is 200 members, but that doesn't mean that we won't put you on a waiting list. And
How many members do we have right now? Sorry to-
right now we have 182 with the two newest members, Jerry and Tim.
Wow.
So we're at 182 within 8 months. So we've grown by leaps and bounds, and primarily that's done by just simple word of mouth.
Gee, I
It's
thought
not-
Pretty Boy looks.
It's not. Frankie, if it was Pretty Boy looks, nobody would be here.
No.
Not even me, baby. You're not that good looking. What it is.
Oh.
Okay, it's all right. Frankie, I've known Frankie for a long time. But we're at 182 members, grown by leaps and bounds, and it's simply by word of mouth. It's one person going to another person going, this is one heck of a crew. You have got to check these people out. Come to a meeting. Come to a parade and just watch them.
Come visit us.
They're nuts, too. That helps.
Y'all picked me, so yes, you all are nuts.
It's a unique group.
And we're very
yeah.
shy, too. So
Very
that's-
shy.
Yeah, that's why we do the TV program. We're kind of introverted. We don't like
Get out
people.
in the open.
By the way, Jeremy, tell the people what your occupation is.
I happen to be a firefighter paramedic with Hillsborough County Fire Rescue.
Lord have mercy.
Well, you guys are in good hands. Hey, look, you must be doing something right. You got another
Get off
call.
all there.
Are you sure it's a call?
Hang
It's
on.
red. I don't know. Hello?
Hello,
Jeremy, take back.
Uh-oh.
that's me.
Hey, it's interesting that you just mentioned fire rescue. That's where I'm calling you from, brother.
Who is this?
Bobby Brown.
Oh, Bobby Brown, my brother. My brother from another mother. How are you doing?
Whoa.
Yeah, man, I just got Whitney here with me, bro, chilling.
Ooh, Whitney and Bobby. Woo,
I love it.
combination.
I love it. For those of you guys, Bobby Brown and I go way back since I pretty much started my career with the fire department. He was my driver engineer and taught me quite a bit as far as being a fireman as well as a driver engineer. So
I'm sorry, man. I don't mean to embarrass you.
bro,
You
look
can't
who
do that.
I'm up here with. You think you're
can't
going to embarrass me?
Jeremy.
Dude, well, hey, what's going on, man? I'm like flicking through the channels and I see my man. I want to call and say what's up.
Well, what it is, you know, I'm a member of a crew here. Actually, I'm the president of this crew, and basically, this is my producer Paul's idea of a good time: is putting me up here underneath all these lights, getting me to sweat, getting me to talk, trying to get me to shut up, but that's never going to happen. So it's all about us having a good time, brother.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, if it's something that you're involved in, it must be pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Bobby. You take care of yourself, all right?
I'm not ready to go yet.
Oh, we are.
I'm getting signals up here that I got some time to kill off here.
No, man. It's just good to see you, man. You know I love you.
I know. Hey, tell me something. Does the camera really add 10 pounds onto me?
20.
Look at that face.
20.
Look at that.
That's a little more a baby face.
I'm not going to go there with you, brother.
All right, Bobby. You
Bye
take
now.
care of yourself. You be safe, all right?
All right, man.
Thanks,
Take care.
Bobby.
Bye, Bobby.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Bobby.
Bye.
All right, we're going to a break, and we'll be coming back the second half with some very interesting people from Paradise, some good friends of ours. We appreciate this first half hour. Stephen,
you.
Jeremy,
Thank you for having
as
me.
usual, it's great having you by me, buddy. Back to back.
Where else would I be?
That's it. God bless.
Look like the
and
Pointer
again,
Sisters.
I'm looking forward to many years of happiness with you and Stevie. And your mom and dad, who likes to eat a lot of grapes. God bless them.
Hey.
And
All right, we're going to take a
Rena and
break,
Alexis,
and we'll
what's
come
We
right
need
down.
some more moonshine.
Yeah. Okay, we're breaking. Okay. And we'll, okay, we're at a break. About this and about the hurricane party you want to push in, right? The two things we want to talk, the ball, and what is it? You know, they do a good job. They do a good job, don't they, boss on my phone? You think I got it rough outside everywhere else? Even on live TV.
Listen, I'm a big mouth. I'll just talk loud.
Jeremy. Did good.
Testing,
He
1,
likes
2,
it.
3. Testing,
He
1,
likes
2,
it.
3.
We'll go have one again.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
John got stuck in traffic going home.
You can fill in for John.
Well, you're going to be June the 1st. We're going to be in Las Vegas.
John's not here.
All right.
He likes it.
Okay, Katrina. Yeah. We're welcome to the second half of the show.
down just a bit.
He's got that voice.
I am a big guy.
I know I always do.
I just